Good day, everyone. You're welcome to this training. My name is Patrick Ogwejofor. Congratulations for joining the Diamond Project. Now, this is the first training you're supposed to attend immediately after attending your IPO. All right, so I want to believe that you've been able to go through the initial planning orientation, which would have been conducted by either your sponsor or anyone in your leadership line. All right, congratulations once again and welcome to your quick starter guide. Now, this quick starter guide has been designed to enable you understand the value of the business that you just started. Now, my name is Patrick Ogwejofor, and I saw this amazing opportunity a couple of years ago. And I worked in a bank, one of the foremost financial institutions, and working as a banker, I earn a salary, meaning that I earn active income. And that was not just the issue for me. Along the line, I discovered that most of my colleagues were relieved of their jobs. They were asked to go, they were sacked for one reason or the other, or for no just cause. And I began to worry, I began to get scared because this was the only source of income I had. This was the only way I took care of my family. I could provide for my family. And I asked myself, what happens if the bank says your services are no longer required? What happens to my source of livelihood? Right? And so I began to look for alternatives. I began to, became much more open to opportunities, right? And that was when a friend of mine recommended me to this amazing opportunity. And by the grace of God, I came just the same way you all came. On the very day you saw the opportunity, I also had my own opportunity. I also was also presented the same opportunity just like you were. And that very day, there was something that stood out for me. I saw a way that I could actually make money leveraging the efforts of others. And something that could also give me the time to learn and grow while I still keep my day job. I saw a way I could make money part-time and still do what I was currently doing. And so that was it for me, right? Because I tried so many other things and none of them worked. And so I decided that I was going to give this a try. But now, that fear is always there. What if this thing doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? But I knew that I had lost money several in the past. I've lost money. And I did not lose this money because I was careless. No. I lost money most often for no reason. Let me give you an instance. There was a time in the bank where I worked. A customer, a supposed customer, brought a check, and that check wasn't actually the check of that customer. It was for someone else. And ignorantly, right? Ignorantly, I called the phone number on that account to confirm if this person actually issued that check. And lo and behold, I got a confirmation from supposedly the owner of the account at the other end of the phone, because that was the phone number registered on this account. And based on that confirmation, I went ahead and confirmed the check for payment, and the payment went through. And this same guy came a couple of times, and I did the same thing, repeated the same routine, and eventually those payments went through. But on one fateful day, the rightful owner of the account came to the bank, and guess what? He claimed that he didn't know anything about that transaction. That he wasn't the one that I spoke with over the phone, even though that was his number registered on the account. And he said he was going to make a case out of it. And he threatened and threatened, and just to die the whole matter, I decided to bear the brunt. And it wasn't just me, it was me and my colleague because she was, my boss, and it also passed through her table. And so we had to, you know, combine efforts, and we paid that money just to save our jobs, right? And so I lost money. I lost over 400,000 or over 350,000 to 400,000 for no just cause, right? For no just cause. And so I saw an opportunity that had the power to change my life, that had the missing ingredient I've been looking for, something that can give me an avenue to keep my job and still build over time, and also something that I could leverage the efforts of others to also make money. And that was it for me. But like I said, I still had that fear. What if this doesn't work for me? All right. So at the point when I was about to make my decision, I discovered that I didn't have money in my own account, but I had money in the joint account that I opened with my wife. And so that is where we put money aside for exigencies and for, certain projects. And I called her over the phone and I said, babe, please, I need you to transfer so amount of money, because I decided to go for the mastermind mentorship, which obviously, if you don't know, then you would know after this training. The mastermind mentorship is the best mentorship you could go for, because it ensures that your success materializes in a very short space of time. And I decided that I was going to go for the best. And as at that time, for you to secure the mastermind mentorship, you cannot start with one profit center. No, you have to start with a multiple profit center. And I decided that I was going to go for the best. And so I called my wife and we spoke over the phone, and I told her, look, I'm going to send you an account number. Just do that transfer, right? Do the transfer to this company account. And she asked me, what do I need the money for? And I said, look, when I come back home, I will tell you what I use the money for. But right now, just do what I asked you to, please, because it's kind of an emergency. Do it, and when I come back, we talk about it. And gladly she obeyed and she did that transfer. And that was how I got started. But you see, when I went back home, I thank God that I did not disclose to her the reason why I needed that money at that moment. Because if I had done it, she would have discouraged me. And today, I wouldn't be where I am. Because when I went back home, we opened up the conversation, and that was when she began, to discourage me, telling me, oh, I wouldn't have done this and all that. And I began to think over it. And I felt, are you sure these people did not just sweet talk me? Are you sure they did not brainwash me? Are you sure I had not lost my money? And a lot of thoughts they're going through my mind. And that is the same way you might be feeling right now. For those of you who just connected into this business, you might be asking yourself, are you sure I made the right decision? Are you sure I didn't throw away my money? Are you sure that this thing will work for me? Are you sure it is not just one of those things? By God's grace, being part of this training this night, this day, right? Depending on where you're connected from, I want to assure you that you've actually taken the right decision. Because after this training, you'll begin to realize the reason why this business is so powerful. You'll begin to understand the value that this business offers you. And by God's grace, I remembered that they said there was going to be another training where we're going to be exposed to a much more better and much more advanced, training where we get to understand the business better. And I was patient enough. I waited for that day. And lo and behold, when I came, they took us through this particular training you're about to go through, which is called the Quick Starter Guide training. And that was when I saw the money. That was when I discovered the value of this business. That was when my eyes was open to the power. And as I speak with you, I'm so grateful that I made that decision, because today I make leverage income. Okay. And that's because I took that decision And not just because I took the decision, because I was willing to learn, I was willing to go through the process. And by God's grace, this business is working for me today. All right. So congratulations once again as we go straight into the training. So like I said, this is the quick starter guide, and the aim is to make you understand the value of the business you just started. Now, when the value of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. This was said by Dr. Miles Monroe. When the value of a thing is not known, abuse is what? It's inevitable. If you give a child a 50 naira note, rather a 50 naira biscuit, and you give that same child 1,000 naira note, which of these do you think that child will collect from you? A child of say 4 years, 5 years. Obviously, that child will go for the what? The biscuits, because that is what he understands the value of. He doesn't understand the value of 1,000 naira note. If you understand the value of 1,000 naira note, he will know that 1,000 naira will be able to purchase him so much what? So many biscuits. And so that's the same way some of us might view this opportunity right now. We understand the value of what we have already. Some of us might work as civil servants, you might work as a public servant, you might work in a private, sector, you might even be self-employed. You might be a trader, you might be, a seamstress, you might be a fashion designer, you obviously have what you do. And so you understand the value of what you have right now. You understand how much you make from that business or from that job. And you might be tempted to hold on dearly onto this and not give this business you just started the time. Why? Because you do not yet understand the value that this business offers you. And this might be that 1,000 naira note in the analogy I just narrated. This might be that 1,000 naira note. But guess what? Because you do not understand the value, you hold on to the 15 naira biscuit, which is your job, which is your business. All right. So you need to be open-minded. You need to be willing to learn. You need to be willing to get the required knowledge to enable you to succeed. And by God's grace, we were going to start that process today. So what is the business you have right in your hand? What's the value of the business? Now, this is the only business I know in this world that you can start with an entry verse of 69,990, and in the nearest future, it can begin to pay you 168,000. How often? Daily. Now, this is the only business I know you can start with a 3-profit center, which we call the Silver Pack, that costs you 209,970, and in the nearest future, it begins to pay you 504,000. How often? Daily. Now, this is the only business I know that you can start with the 7-profit center, which we consider the Gold Pack, right? That costs 489,930, and in the nearest future, it can begin to pay you 1.1 million. How often, please? Daily. Now, this is the only business I know that you can start with the 15-profit center, which we call the Platinum Pack, that will cost you 1,048,850, and in the nearest future, it can begin to pay you 2.5 million naira daily. Now, this is the only business I know you can start with a maximum package, which is a 31-profit center, also known as the Elite Pack, that costs 2,170,990, and in the nearest future, you can begin to earn 5.2 million. How often? Daily. Now, some of you might be looking at these figures that I'm mentioning, and to you, it is sounding too good to be true. You can't fathom the fact that, look, here in Nigeria or here in my own part of the world, I can be making 5.2 million naira every single day, right? Now, I understand, because I also felt the same way when I was shown this opportunity. I couldn't understand how it could be possible for one to earn 5.2 million naira every single day, because I know how much I earn where I work. And so the difference was so much. And I just, my mind couldn't just, accept it. But by God's grace, I began to find out along the line. Thank God to mentorship, for mentorship. Thank God for the Diamond Project. I began to realize that we are not actually paid our true worth in our various places of work, in our various businesses. What we earn most often is really not our true worth as human beings, as men and women created by God. We have not tapped into our potentials, right? Some of us are operating far below the potential that we have. And so, if I could ask you this question, do you actually believe that you are worth 5.2 million naira every day? Do you actually believe you're worth it? Because if you believe you're worth it, if the mind can accept it, then obviously it can become possible for you. Because the first thing is you need to open up your mind to understand that what you're earning currently is not what you're worth. If you have earning 50,000 naira in your place of work monthly, or 250,000 naira in your place of work monthly, doesn't really mean, not necessarily a fact that that is what you're worth. No. Okay? So you need to begin to do what? Create that value within yourself, improve on yourself, become the best version of yourself, so that by the time you become valuable, you can begin to attract the value you need, which obviously is the income that comes along. And so understanding this began to open up my mind, and I began to realize that there are people already in this industry that are making this amount of money every single day, right? There are people in this industry making this amount of money every single day. So if it could work for them, if it's possible for them, why not me? Okay? Now, between 5.2 million naira every single day and 108,000 naira every single day, if you're actually given a privilege to make a choice, out of this whole amount that you could possibly make every single day from this business, which one will you naturally gravitate to? Which one will you pick? Which one will be your choice? Obviously, every reasonable person will actually choose 5.2 million naira every single day. I, for one, want to earn 5.2 million naira daily. Of course, of course. Now, but the truth is this: if you are not willing to plant the seed, then you cannot expect to also harvest the fruit, which will blossom from having planted and nurtured that particular seed to be able to bear that bountiful harvest. And so if you've not planted the seed that will germinate and pay you 5.2 million naira daily, how do you expect 5.2 million naira to come your way? And so whatever you're going to make out of this business, it's also dependent on the number of accounts you get started with. And so someone who has a potential income of 108,000 naira daily, because he started with the one profit center, which is the entry verse, can never earn as much as 5.2 million naira daily, right? Because he has already, placed a ceiling on how much he can earn for himself by deciding to remain at the one profit center. But someone who decides to go for the 31 profit center, which is the elite part, has opened up that opportunity for him to make as much as how much as 5.2 million a day. And so this fact is in fact what differentiates the top income earners in our business from those who earn what I want to refer to as mediocre income. And so we're going to begin to look at the power of the multiple profit center. We're going to look at the power of the multiple centers, because it is in this that you begin to understand why two persons who started the business the same day, who are getting similar results. But guess what? In terms of the earnings, in terms of the income, one person is making more than the other. You begin to realize it after we must have reviewed the power of the multiple profit center. Now, this is the secret of this business. And so if you're here and you started this business with a one profit center, please, I need you to pay attention right now, because we are going into the fundamental part of this particular training. Okay? Now, when you start this business with a one profit center, the company has said that we're going to create a business portfolio for you. Now, your business portfolio is going to be divided into the left and the what? And the right. Now, we're now assuming that you actually connected how many people? 8 people into this business. Not because you are so knowledgeable, no. Not because you are an expert salesman or woman, no. Not because you are an expert convincer, no. But because you've decided to use our system religiously, all right? Saving yourself of time, energy, and effort. Right? Time, energy, and money, I mean to say. So you've decided to use our system. And some of your friends, some of your family members, some of your colleagues, so on and so forth, have seen the opportunity and have decided to connect. And so we're saying 8 people have connected into your business. Now, these 8 people will be evenly distributed under your business portfolio. 4 of them will be positioned on your left, and the other 4 will be positioned where? On your right. Now, the company has said, when you sign on anyone into this business, and that person signs on with the Entriverse account, right? If that person signs on with the Entriverse account, which is the one profit center, we're going to pay you how much? 20,000 naira as direct connector bonus. Now, in this case, you've signed on 8 people that decided to do the one profit center. And the company says, we're going to pay you direct connector bonus for everybody that you connected directly through your own recommendation. Now, these 8 persons will earn you 20,000 naira each. Okay? So the direct referral bonus, you earn 20,000 naira into how many? Into 8. So when you multiply 8 by 20,000 naira, you will have 160,000 naira as your direct referral bonus. Now it's getting interesting. Okay? Now, the company has said that in order for you to earn what we call leverage passive income, so that all the money you make must not necessarily be based on your efforts. You can make money out of the effort of others. Now, to enable you create that leverage income stream, we are also going to be paying you another bonus, which we call the matching what? Bonus. Now, this is the secret of why most of us are doing this business. Not because of the direct referral bonus, but primarily because of the matching bonus. Because we want to build a business that would enable us to make money even when we do not show up, right? We want to build that business that will enable us to make what we call leverage passive income, which is the kind of income you will earn without your effort, without your direct effort. But that wouldn't happen except you are willing to build it up to the point where it flows naturally. Okay? And so the company has said that to enable you make leverage income, we'll pay you what is called matching bonus. And how does matching bonus work? They have said that once we see an account on your left and see another account on your right, we are going to match them together and pay you additional income of 7,000 naira. This is what is referred to as the matching bonus. So in this scenario, you have 4 accounts on the left and you have another 4 accounts on the right. So you begin to match them against each other, okay? So each account on the left match out the corresponding account on the right, and then this matches you in 4 different places to pay you 28,000. The matching bonus here is 28,000. When you add it to the direct referral bonus of 160,000, you are going to have a total income of 188,000. Now, remember that when you paid your money, when you paid for the one account, the company also gave you product worth that amount. So you did not lose your money. But on top of that, you connected 8 people that signed on with the one account each, and you've made a total income of 188,000 naira. Okay, so if you are asking, how do I recover my money, right? Even though you're not losing your money because you're getting product, obviously, for your consumption. How then do you recover your money? Very simple. Once you connect 8 persons, you've gotten back your money and you've even made much more, right? And you continue to make more. Now, let's take note of the total income this person made for connecting 8 people, signing on with one profit center, right? So this person signed on with one profit center, connected 8 people, and made 188,000. So let's take note of that. It's going to help us make comparison with another person who decided to sign on with a 3 profit center. So let's move on. So now this man has decided, oh, I think having the 3 accounts would be a lot better. If not for anything, because I know that in business, when you invest more, you have higher probability to make more. That is the rule of business. Okay? If you invest more, you have higher probability to earn more. So he decided, he's ignorant, he's a novice, he just joined the business, but instead of paying 69,990, he says, let me go for 209,970. And so the company has created his business portfolio. So these are his 3 accounts. This is the way his 3 accounts will be structured in the system. Okay? Now, he connected the same 8 people. Now, these 8 people, none of them did multiple accounts. None of them did 3 accounts. No. Each of these 8 people did one account each. And so these 8 accounts will be distributed evenly under those 3 accounts of the guy or the man or the woman, whoever. So you can see how the 8 accounts have been distributed under his 3 accounts. Now remember that each person that he connected directly will earn him a direct referral bonus of how much? 20,000 naira. So this man is supposed to earn 20,000 naira multiplied by 8 persons because he connected 8 persons, Abi? But guess what? In this scenario, he's not going to earn 20,000 naira just on this 8 persons. Why? Because the company is seeing it that the first account he connected, he registered with, I mean to say, before he registered the other 2 accounts, even though he paid all the money together, the first account is assumed to have connected the other 2 accounts underneath. I hope we're following. So even though he registered with 3 accounts, the company sees it that one of the accounts is the primary account, which connected the other extra 2 accounts, right? One being on the left, one being on the right. So what happens is that the company pays him 20,000 naira each for those 2 extra accounts that he connected with. So in this scenario, he's not just going to make 20,000 naira on 8 persons, which he connected into the business. He's also going to make extra 20,000 naira on those 2 extra accounts which he registered with. So he's going to make 20,000 naira into 10 places. So giving him a total income of how much? Of 200,000 5,000 naira. I want to believe we understood this. I want to sincerely believe we understood this, right? Okay. Now, we've gotten the direct referral bonus. Let's now calculate the matching bonus, which I've already, informed us that that is the reason why most of us do this business, because of the matching bonus, because we want to build a stream of income that will pay us even while we stop working. Okay. So the matching bonus, the company says, once there's an account on the left and another account on the right, we'll match them together and pay you how much? 7,000 naira. So in this scenario, this man has how many accounts? 3 accounts. Okay. So each of these accounts is divided into left and right. So what it means is that every account on the left side of any of his account, any account on the left side of any of his accounts, we match out any account on the right side of any of his accounts. So let's see how it works. So let's start with this first account. Okay, so you can see it has matched in 2 places to pay 14,000. The second account has started matching in 2 places to pay 14,000. The third account will start matching 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 to pay 35,000, right? So when you add 35,000 to the 14,000 and the other 14,000, you have a total income of how much? 63,000. That's the matching bonus. So when you add the total matching bonus of 3,000 to the total direct referral bonus of 200,000, this man has made a total income of 263,000 naira. Now compare this to that man or woman who signed on with a 1 account and made 188,000 naira. Who made the wiser decision? Obviously, the man that went for the multiple account. Why? Because they connected the same 8 persons. But guess what? In terms of income, this man who went for the multiple account was able to multiply his income what? Better, faster, right? And made much more. And so he will better off stay in the business than someone who signed on with 1 account. Okay? Because this man is multiplying his income faster and better. So this is the secret why many of us are making much more than others who are also doing this business. So you need to tap into the secret to also make your decision today so that you can also ensure that you build a very fast business, okay, where you make money fast. So now, I want to also share with you, for someone who decides to also go for the gold pack. The gold pack is the 7 profit center. So it's the same analogy we're going to use to actually explain this, right? So this man went for the 7 account. This is how his 7 accounts will be arranged in the system. Now he also connected the same 8 persons, right? Now these 8 persons are distributed under those 7 accounts he has signed on with. And we said that each of these accounts, we pay him how much? 20,000 naira direct referral bonus, because he connected 8 persons, Abi. He's meant to earn 20,000 naira multiplied by 8. But guess what? Because he signed on with the 7 account, meaning that one of his accounts is considered as the primary account, while the other 6 accounts is considered as a secondary account, right? So the primary account connected the other 6. So it means that he's also going to earn 20,000 naira on other 6 accounts that the primary account connected. Do you understand? So it means that he's going to make account on his 6 account, those extra 6 accounts he has, he's going to make 20,000 naira on them. And he's also going to make 20,000 naira on the 8 people that he connected. So he's making money on 8 plus 6, 14 accounts. So 20,000 multiplied by 14 accounts will give you how much? 280,000 naira. So now let's begin to calculate the matching bonus, which is the miracle as far as we are concerned in this business, right? When you start off, it might look very small, but as your business begins to grow, you'll understand how juicy the matching bonus is. But the fact that you'll be matching in multiple places, making money in multiple places, just because your structure is well positioned, structure is well arranged, we decided to go for the maximum rather than settle for just one account. You will understand how sweet this business is. Now, let's look at this so that you understand better. So remember, this man has 7 accounts. So each of his accounts is divided into left and what? And right. So we're going to start from the last I call it the last layer of his business structure. Okay. We're going to start from the last layer. So let's look at how it works. This is the matching bonus now. So he has started matching. Account number 1 ends in 7,000. Account number 2 ends in 7,000. Account number 3 ends in 7,000. Account number 4 ends in what? 7,000. Okay. Account number 5 ends in 1, 2, 3, 21,000. Now, account number 6 ends in 1, 2, 3, 21,000. So account number 7, which is the Baba, the number 1 account, the primary account. This is it. 1, 2, you can see how he's matching. 3, 4, you can see how he's matching. 5, 6, you can see how it's matching. And 7, giving him 49 accounts, right? 49,000, I mean. Okay, so when you add 49,000 to 21,000 to 21,000 to 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, and 7,000, you have a total matching bonus of 119,000. When you add 119,000 to the direct referral bonus of 280,000, you have a total income of 399,000 naira. Look, this man did not connect more people than you. All of you connected the same 8 people. The only difference is that this guy decided to go for multiple accounts. And by the time these same 8 people that you all connected is positioned under him, this man is making much more than you, right? So who made the wiser decision? Even though he started with much more, in the longer run, this man is multiplying his income faster, and I mean faster. So make the right decision today. Okay? Now, so if you decide to go for the 15 profit center, the same 8, connecting the same 8 persons will pay you 636,000. Right? Now, if you decide to go for the 31 profit center, which is the maximum in this business, connecting the same 8 persons will pay you 1,180,000 naira, which is super amazing. Okay? So make that decision today. Be wise, be smart. Position yourself for success. Okay? The way you start would also help you to determine how you finish. Okay? Now, the good thing is that for those of you who decide to go for the multiple profit center, even before you connect anybody into this business, guess what? You have what is called a cashback that you earn. Okay? And those of you who paid attention would have actually understood how you even arrived at this cashback. So let's assume you sign on with a 3 profit center, right, into this business. So before you even connect anybody, you have made back 47,000 naira. Okay? Now, if you go for the 7 profit center, before you sign on or connect anybody into this business, you have made back 155,000 naira. If you sign on with the 15 profit center, before you connect anybody, you have made back 399,000. And if you sign up with the 31 Profit Center, before you connect anybody, you have made how much? 943,000 naira. So as a smart business person, right? Outside the fact that if you go for the multiple profit center, you're going to make much more. You're going to be able to multiply your income very, very, very fast. Faster than anyone who settles for the lesser account. Outside that, for the fact that when you go for the multiple profit center, you are earning an instant cashback, is a plus to you. Because in this business, we've come across people that will walk up to you and ask you, oh, how much have you made from this business? Right? And you can confidently tell them that in my first week, for someone that probably has signed on with the 31 Profit Center, once your account has been registered, right? Once your profile has been set up, you are going to see this 943,000 are being credited to your digital tracking center, which obviously you're in cash and it goes to your bank account. So you can comfortably tell them that in my first week, I have made how much? 943,000 naira. And you show them the proof. And guess what? They are going to join your business, right? Because seeing is what? Believing. People love to go where there is success. Are we following? And that will even help you. So that is one of the reasons why you should even consider going for the multiple account, so that you can have something to show people that ask you, oh, how much have you made from this business? And it helps you connect them into the business much faster. Okay. So that being said, but the major reason why you should go for the multiple centers is because of what? Because it helps you to maximize your income faster. Now, there is something I would like to show you. There's something I want to draw your attention to, because you must have all the information that will help you to make the right decision, to make an informed decision that will change the course of your financial life. Okay? Very important to us in this business. Very important. Now, I want to share, let me see if I can do that. I want to draw something to highlight what you must do, what you must know as you make your decision in this business. Okay, let me see if that will be possible. I need to share something. I need to share something. Let me share something. Let's hold on. Let's hold on. Hold on. So let me stop sharing this for now. I'm stop share. And let me see if I can share whiteboard. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. I want to believe we are seeing this whiteboard. All right. I want to believe we are seeing this whiteboard. Okay. I need to draw. It's still loading. Please let's be patient. Okay, fine. All right. So I want to show you something very important. I want to show you something very, very important. There is something we call blocking in this business. Blocking. Blocking. Blocking is spelled B-L-O-C-K-I-N-G. Blocking. When you get blocked by somebody, right? Person is stopping you from moving. So this we're assuming is one account. Are we following? This is one account. This is one account. So this is you. You signed on, you said, oh, I want to run this business on one account. Fine. Now, this your one account is divided into left and right. Now, it means that if you connect people into your business, you have just two sides to put people directly under you. So one on your left and one on your right. You have two legs. Two legs. For someone who signed up with one account, you only have two available legs. Now, you signed on Mr. A. Mr. A comes under your left. Are you following? Mr. A comes under your left. And then you sign on Mr. B. And Mr. B comes under your what? Your right. So in this scenario, we say that you have been blocked. Now, this blocking does not mean that you will no longer make money. Of course, you will keep making money. Why? Because anything Mr. A and Mr. B does, for the fact that they are under you, and Mr. A and Mr. B are also running their business and also generating results, you're going to keep making matching bonus, which is the beauty of our business, the leverage, right? We keep making matching bonus. But you see, you have limited your chances to grow fast because they have blocked you. Blocking means if you now want to upgrade your account in the future, having known the benefit of having multiple accounts, if you now want to upgrade, guess what? You can't upgrade directly under yourself anymore. Why? Because Mr. A and Mr. B has occupied the two available legs, and most probably they have also began to do what? To build their business deep, meaning that they are getting maximum results and their business is growing. So Mr. A's business is growing. You can see how his business is growing. His business is growing. People are connecting into Mr. A's business, right? So this man is doing well, making money, doing well. Okay, you can see this is the way the business grows. People are joining, right? Or he's even upgrading under himself, making sure that no one blocks him. So, but his business is moving fine. So you can see this guy is growing his business very well. It's moving. So Mr. A is building very well, making money, right? Mr. B also doing the same thing Mr. A is doing, also getting results, right? People are connecting into Mr. B's business, right? Very formidable force, right? So you can see their businesses are growing, right? Businesses are growing. Now, but guess what? You only signed on with one account. And all these things are happening under you, right? Meaning that if you had multiple accounts, you would have been able to do what? To multiply your income better. But no, you said, let me remain at my one account. All right, now all these things are now happening under you. And after a while, you now compare yourself with somebody who went for the multiple account that have gotten similar results. And you now understand that, look, I would have taken that decision when I had the opportunity. I would have taken that decision. I would have upgraded my account. I would have had the multiple accounts so that I would have been able to make income just like this, my friend. Now you now say, oh, let me go and upgrade my account now. I think I still have the chance to upgrade my account. And then you come. Obviously, you can upgrade your account whenever you want. But the truth is, if you wait until later and your business has grown this far and this well, and you decide to upgrade your account, you are going to upgrade under the last person, meaning that you are not going to upgrade directly under yourself anymore because you have been blocked by all these people under you. You will now be forced to upgrade under one of your downline, and in fact, it's going to be under the last person in that your genealogy. So what it means is that you have sold your birthright. It's just like the case of Esau and Jacob in the Bible, where Esau sold his birthright to Jacob. So you've also done the same thing. You've done the same thing. And so you've given them the power to make so much money off your own effort. Because a business is a business of first come, first serve. So you saw the business opportunity before them. You had the resources to grow and build your business very fast, but you decided not to. Why? Because of fear. Because of fear, which is what kills most of, our prospects in life. We're scared. We're scared of losing our money. We're scared of not succeeding. We're scared that things might go wrong. It's okay to be scared. But you see, they say courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to do what you have to do in spite of those fears. So it's okay to be scared. There's nothing wrong with being scared. But you need to tap into that, your inner mind, your inner person, your inner potential. Find that spirit to face your fears. You need to find that spirit to face those fears and go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Look for the money, raise the money, and set up yourself for life. Set up yourself for financial freedom. If you must borrow money, go and borrow money and set up yourself. I assure you that you would have made one of the best decisions. I give you that assurance, right? And then come and build. Come and build. And I assure you, the sky is your starting point. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you need to avoid being blocked. You need to avoid being blocked. So how do you avoid being blocked? Let me help you understand how you can avoid being blocked. Okay? So let me clean all this. So stay with me, please. Stay with me on this. Stay with me on this. So the best alternative is to go for the maximum account. So the maximum account is the 31 account, right? 31 account. So this is your 31 account. Let me try and draw the 31 account. Okay, please just pardon my drawing because I'm not so familiar with this, so good with this pen, but I need to try. So this is the 31 account structure. So this is the best way to build a successful business. Go for the maximum. Whatever it will take you, do it. If you must go and sell your mattress, go and sell your mattress, right? If you must go to the bank to raise money, please do it. Most of us borrow money to pay school fees, borrow money to pay house rent, borrow money to start up small businesses, right? These are things that probably would not put money in our pockets. But guess what? We've seen a business that has the potential to change our life. And some of us will be giving excuses, telling you they don't have money and all that. But you have how you can source for money. The truth is where you see value. Where you see value, you do whatever you can to access that value. Where it's a matter of life and death, you will find a way, right? You will definitely find a way. You will definitely find a way. If you are called right now and they tell you, oh, there's an emergency, somebody's in the hospital, and we need to carry out an urgent surgery on this person, and that person is so dear to you, you don't want anything in this world to happen to that man or woman or that child, whoever it might be, right? You begin to run helter-skelter. And they say, oh, you need to raise the sum of ₦1 million for us to save this life. You don't have the money anywhere. But guess what? You can decide to sell your car. You can decide to sell your house. You can decide to sell the land, the last piece of land you have. Why? Because you know, immediately if this guy eventually goes into the land of the dead, there is no coming back. That is because it's now a matter of life and death. You are willing to go the extra mile. But the truth is, if you had the money, you wouldn't have any need to sell your land. You wouldn't have any need to sell your mattress. If you had the financial resources, you would not have any need to start running helter-skelter. So you don't need to wait until that time when there is such an emergency for you to be able to take decisions that will change your life, take decisions that will position you in a way that when those kind of emergencies come up, you have the resources to take care of them. Don't wait until then. Don't wait until those kind of emergencies hit you, right? Because whether it will come or not, right, it's just a matter of time. This life is full of challenges. We're going to face those kind of challenges, but we are asking God to give us the wisdom, give us the understanding to be able to make decisions that will position us in a way that we're going to be ready when those challenges come. We'll be ready both financially and otherwise. And you have such an opportunity in front of you. But what you do with it is up to you. So what I'm advising you is make the right decision right now. Do whatever you can to position yourself such that you maximize value from this business, okay? So this is the 31 account. This is the 31 account. So what we're saying is go for this 31 account. This 31 account, it costs you about 2 point something million. But like I said, you already have a cash back. Even before you connect anybody, you have a cash back of over 900,000 naira credited to you, right? So it's still a win-win. And you're going to be getting products worth that amount, that 2.1 million, just a slight fraction above that. You will have products worth that amount, okay? Now, this is how your structure will be. Nobody in this entire world can block you. And in fact, you're going to be multiplying your income here by how many? 5. 5. So let me show you what that means. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. And this is what? 5. Okay. So anybody, okay, no, let me change this. Hold on, please. Sorry. Need to do this again. Okay, so all right, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. So what it simply means is that if you go for the 31 account, it means that you're going to be multiplying whatever income that you are going to be earning here, you're going to be multiplying it by 5. So 5 times anything that's multiplying it times what? That's 5. So you're going to be multiplying your income times 5 if you have the 31 account. right? But if you have the 15 accounts, you'll be multiplying it by 4. If you have 7 accounts, you'll be multiplying it by 3. If you have 3 accounts, you'll be multiplying it by 2. If you have 1 account, obviously, you know what that is. That's the minimum. So you're not multiplying anything. Okay? You're going to be making money, but you're not multiplying it. So just imagine you having one person join your business. Instead of that person to pay you 7,000 naira, you're going to be earning 7,000 multiplied by 5. That is for somebody that has 31 accounts. This begins to happen as your business grows, right? 7,000 multiplied by 5. If you're running the 15 profit center, you're going to have the opportunity to multiply that 7,000 naira by how many? By 4. Okay? So now, let me show you the best way to build your business. Go for the 31 account. So this is the 31 account, like I've said already. This is the 31 account. Look for money, position yourself with the 31 account, and start building your business. If you don't have money for the 31 account, and this is what you do, you go for the 15 accounts, right? Go for the 15 accounts. So this is the 15 account. This is the 15 account. So you're still going to be multiplying your income here times what? 4, which is still a very good way to start building your business. Look for money, I beg you, and start your business with this proper structure. Some of us made costly mistakes and are regretting it. So we don't want you to have that regret, okay? Now, what else? What else? If you can't go for the 15 accounts, then this is what we are suggesting. Go for the 7 accounts. So this is your 7 accounts, yeah? So you can go for your 7 accounts. So how do you get 7 accounts? 69,990 multiplied by 7, which is approximately 480 something thousand. Or let me just round it up to say 490,000 or 500,000 as the case may be. You get 7 accounts, right? And you know you're getting a cashback of about 155,000 naira, even before you start connecting anybody. So this is still a cool way to get started. If you can't afford 15, can afford 31, then go for 7. Go for 7. So you're going to be multiplying your income here by how many? By 3. By 3. Okay? Then you can decide, if you can't go for 7 accounts, what we're saying is you can say, oh, let me go for 5 accounts. So this is 5 accounts. This is 5 accounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can multiply 69,990 by 5. Now, why are we giving you the option of this? We're giving you the option of this because you can start building from this side, meaning that people are joining your business, you begin to position them under this account, this one, and also this one, right? Start positioning them on this account. Then this other account, which is here, we'll leave it so that if you now want to upgrade further, you can upgrade directly under yourself, not under any other person. So we're going to leave this side for your future upgrades. That is what we're going to do. So that's why we're saying you can also decide to start with 5, pay for 5 accounts, so that as you're making money, you can keep upgrading your account, you keep upgrading until you get to the maximum, which is the 31. But what we're advising is everybody should get to that 31 accounts eventually, right? Now, if you can't go for the 5 accounts, like I've already highlighted, this is 5 accounts. Can't go for these 5 accounts. Can go for 4. Okay, so this can be your 4 account structure. We'll just start building only on this one for now, while you upgrade as you make money, you keep upgrading your account till you get to 31, right? Now, if you can't afford the SPOR for now, what do? You go for 3 accounts. So this is your three accounts. This 3 account costs 200 and something thousand, I think 200 and 9,000 or thereabouts. Okay. And you get a cashback of about 47,000 naira. So still a good one. But like I said, nothing can beat the 31 account because they're multiplying your income by 5. But this is for people who do not have the capacity. You can settle for this. The 3 accounts is a good start. Then we'll start building this side for you. For now, anybody who is joining your business will be positioned on this side. Why we leave this other side, this other account, we leave this place for you to upgrade from. As you make money, you can start upgrading from there. You start adding accounts so that you get to the maximum, which is the 31 account. Now, the most important thing is that nobody blocks you. Nobody blocks you, right? It's very important that nobody blocks you. Nobody blocks you. Nobody is in between one of your accounts and the other of your account. Very, very important so that you can maximize. But it is most important if you can have a well-positioned structure, meaning that you come in with a maximum account and start building your business from there. So there's no stories. You are sure that anything that happens will match you on that last stage in the nearest future will match you 5 times, right? You don't have stories. You don't have stories. Okay, so I'm encouraging any of you listening to me to go for the maximum. That is what I'm saying. Go for the maximum. But where that is not possible, then you can take any of these alternatives. All right, you can go for any of these alternatives. So I want to believe that, at least I've been able to show you how not to get blocked and also explain to you why you must take your upgrades seriously. You must move from where you are to the highest account. All right. So something very important I also need to show you. I need to show you how you can log into your DTC. So just permit me in a minute. I need to log on to my DTC. I need to show you something quite amazing. Okay. As you know how you can access the digital tracking center. You need to know how you can access your digital tracking center. Okay. 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 All right. All right. So I want to share my screen. I'll share my screen. Right. I can see my screen. I believe you can see my screen. Okay, let me stop share. Let me put my username and password before I share my screen. Okay. So that is the DTC. So I'm going to put in my username. And my password, which is okay. So let me share my screen again. So okay. Share my screen. All right, so I believe you can see my screen. So everyone who has registered in this business will be sent a URL that directs you to this page. You'll be sent this on WhatsApp. You send the URL, that's the address to the website, this website, and you'll also be sent your username and password. This is personalized to you, okay? So when you're sent it, you open this page, meaning when you click on that link, it directs you to this page. You can do it on the phone, you can do it on a laptop. Now, when it directs you to this page, you're going to see where you need to input your username and password. This would be advised, like I said already. Then you input your username, you input your password, then you click continue. You click continue. All right, so when you click continue, this page displays, okay? This is the first page that you'll see. So when you go to your left hand side, you're going to see several menus, dashboard, transaction, encashment, so on and so forth, a lot of them. So we're only going to be looking at three. We're looking at the dashboard, we'll look at the encashment, and we'll look at genealogy. So let's go to dashboard. Okay. So this is dashboard. So you will scroll down, you can read all this. So you see I have some balances here already. Okay. I have my picture, which you are going to upload. You upload your picture. Now, if you take note, you see my name, Patrick Ogwejo, that is my name. Okay, so that's how to confirm that you're actually logged into your profile. Then you see all balance. So this is the balance as of now, which I have not encashed. That's the balance, total balance I have. Now, I'm a Gold Executive Prime. That is my rank in this business. By God's grace, when you connect, you don't have any rank. Then you grow to become a Silver Executive, you grow to become a Gold Executive, and then you grow to become a Global Ambassador. Are we following? Then, what else do you need to see here? All right, so you can click on account info. This account info opens up some other informations. Okay, so you can click on show more, and click on show more. It equally brings out some other information. So this business has paid me, you can see beneath, you see a total commission of all accounts, over 18 million naira, okay? So which is reasonable doing this business part-time, all right? Because I still work and I do this business. And the most interesting thing is that the income I make from this business, most of it is through leverage, meaning that other people make the money for me. I'm leveraging other people's efforts, okay? Even though I do the business, for most of the income I make is still through other people's efforts, which is very, very interesting. Okay. And that is the reason why most of us are doing this business, right? We have the same opportunity to leverage. Each and every one of us, everyone has equal opportunity. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're a young girl, just 18 years, or whether you're an old person, everybody has an equal playing field. All right, so come in with the right mindsets, come in with the right structure, and build your business and maximize your income, okay? So, by God's grace, I'm still building my business and I'm still growing. God has been faithful, even through all these economic challenges, making leverage income, and life has been much more easier for me and my family, okay? So that is your dashboard. What else do you need to see there? Okay, I think that's basically what you need to know for now. Then let's go to genealogy. Now, genealogy shows you how your profile is. Okay, so I've clicked on genealogy. Let's look at it. Okay, it hasn't opened very well. Let me refresh again. Refresh. See if it's going to open well. Fine. So this is genealogy. Okay. Now remember that I told you need to start with the perfect structure, right? Now, when I started this business, remember my first registration was just 3 accounts, like I said, right? During my introduction, I shared a bit of my story, how I got connected, and how many accounts I signed on with. I signed on with 3 accounts. And if you can see, this first 3 accounts are the first 3 accounts I signed on with. Okay, because even after I went for my first training, which is this training that we just had, the Quick Other Guy training, and they talked about the reasons why we should upgrade our account, I was a bit reluctant, right? I didn't take it with all seriousness. I didn't place any urgency to it. And by God's grace, when I submitted my first contact list, recommended those of my friends from that list, and they were called and invited, right? I had about 4 people from that first list that connected into my business. Some of them went for multiple accounts. Some of them did 3 accounts like myself, which is another reason why you ought to go for multiple accounts, because you attract what you are most times. When people ask you, oh, how many accounts did you start with? And you say, oh, I started with 1 account. They will also go for 1 account. But if you say, oh, I started with, say, 15 accounts, 31 accounts, there's all tendency that they want to also match you, okay, if they have the capacity to do so. So that is the reason why I advise you to go for. But you see, I started with 3 accounts. So a couple of my friends that signed on also went for three accounts. And even after they told me about upgrading, I did not place an urgency. So before I knew it, they had already started registering these people, and they have started placing them under those accounts. So if you can look at this structure, hope you are seeing it. Now, if you are seeing it, you will notice that I started upgrading from my right. Why? Because I allowed people to be placed in number 4, number 5, number 6 before I now added more accounts. So those extra accounts came under 7, 15, 30, 31, and then beneath. Okay, meaning that I allow people to come in, block this part of my account, but the only saving grace was they had not blocked it completely before upgraded. Okay, so but it is still a disadvantage to me. Why? Because if my structure was positioned evenly, properly, meaning that I had upgraded my account immediately after my QSD to probably 31 account, I would have occupied number 1 to number 31. Then every other person would have come under the last tree. That's my last account. Every other person, anybody that is connecting to my business, will come under all those accounts below my structure. And I would have made much more. I would have multiplied my income more than what I have today. So it is very important that knowing this, you don't take it for granted. You do something, take a wise decision with this information you have. Do not treat it with laxity. Do not. That is the advice I'm going to give you. Don't treat it with laxity. Go and look for money and upgrade your account. Okay. So that is it. So I've shown you the genealogy. As you go on in the business, you get to understand more. So the next thing I want to show you is how you can encash your money. Okay. So how do you encash? You need to, let's go back to the dashboard. Okay. So let's go back to the dashboard. Now look at the top right corner of my screen, right? You are going to see where it is written NG346394. This is called my user ID. So there are 3 lines beside that user ID before you see my picture at the top. There are 3 lines between my user ID and my picture. So just click on those 3 lines. Right now, when you click on those 3 lines, you will see other accounts displayed there. So these are my accounts in this business, right? If you scroll down, you see other accounts. So if you want to encash, you select any of these accounts where you have money. So I'm going to select this account where I have 41,100. So I'll click on browse. I'll click on browse. I want to browse that particular account. That is what it means. So I clicked on that particular account. So that account has populated for me. Okay. So because it has populated and I want to take money from it, I will now click on encashment. Look at where encashment is at the left. So I click on encashment. Okay. And I click on encashment. I will scroll down. You can see I've encashed from this account. You know, you can see all some of the encashments I've done in the past. Okay. But then if I want to encash, I will go to this place where they say encash now. Encash now. I click on encash now. Okay. So it says encash now. This is my user ID. Total balance is displayed. And here you have enter amount here. So I will enter, say, 41,100. So encashment type, I need to select encashment type. Please take note of this. You have two options. You have bank and you have check. Never, ever, ever select check. Never. Please avoid it. Avoid check. Never, ever select check. Always select bank. Now, if you notice, there is something beside bank, access, meaning that my Access Bank account has been linked to my profile. So everybody under the sound of my voice, you must have an account with Access Bank and you must submit that Access Bank account number to be linked to your profile so that any money you make, once you encash, your Access Bank account will be credited. So if you have an existing account already, please submit it. If you don't yet have one, please go ahead and open a savings account. It doesn't cost much, okay? Just with your passport, your ID, your utility bill, and probably 1,000 or 1,005, you can have an account with Access Bank. So just to open the account and then submit the account number. So I'm going to be selecting bank, Access, and I've selected the bank already. I've put the amount already. So I'm going to be clicking encash. So it tells me that this encashment will use the details below. Bank, Access, account number. This is my account number displayed here. Click proceed if all details are correct. So immediately I click on proceed, this 41,100 naira will leave my Access Bank account. Sorry, will leave my DTC and will be credited to my Access Bank account. Now, the only thing you need to note here is that the credit is not instant. The credit happens the next working day. So if you're in cash today being Sunday, it means that your money will come in tomorrow being Monday. But if this encashment was done on Saturday, you will not receive credit in your bank account on Sunday because Sunday is not a working day. You will receive it when? On Monday. Are you following? Also, if Monday happens to be a public holiday, the money will not come in on Monday. It will come in when? On Tuesday. So we need to understand this so that we don't begin to drag people out. I've not seen my money and all that and all that. So when you have this understanding, when you do your encashment, you know when to expect it in your account. So I don't want to encash, so I'm going to close this. Then another thing I want to show us is my encashment history. So this keeps a track of all the encashments I've done previously from this particular account, right? Now it keeps a record. It's just like when you have a bank statement, that statement keeps a record of all your previous history with that bank. Okay. So now if you look at this, let's take the first line. You have reference number, you have dates, you have full name, you have destination, you have account number, you have gross amount, okay? And you have net amount, and then you have currency, okay? So you will notice that the last date I encashed is July 12th, 2024 at 3:26 a.m. That is my name, my full name. That is the bank, the destination, which is the bank. This is my account number. And then the gross amount I encashed from this particular account on that date was 95,900. But the net is how much? 90,505. What does this mean? It means that it is not the exact amount that you encash from your DTC that will be credited in your bank account. Why? Because there is a deduction that is made. That deduction comprises of the bank charge, which is 600 naira flat. For any amount you're encashing, it is 600 naira flat. And then the withholding tax, which varies depending on the amount that you're encashing. So if you're encashing a higher amount, you will pay higher withholding tax. If you're encashing a lesser amount, you will pay lesser withholding tax, because withholding tax is a percentage of the amount that you are doing what you are going to be encashing. So I believe you understand. Okay, so let's just note that it's not exactly how much we encash that will be credited. A little deduction will be made because we're a legal entity and we pay our taxes to the government. So we need to ensure that we are, how will I say, we are good citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are law-abiding citizens. And that's the reason why nobody can come to you and tell you you are running a fraudulent scheme or you are doing a scam or so on and so forth. It means that they are ignorant, okay? It means that they are ignorant. So this is legitimate business because our business is a business where we offer value in return for value, okay? Offer value in return for value. So that is it. Excuse me. Okay, so now we've been able to go through the DTC. Okay, so let me stop share. Okay, let me stop share and take you back to the slide. I believe you are getting value. Okay, I believe you are getting value. So I'll try and rush the remaining part of the training. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. All right. So this is how the credit comes. Okay. All right. Right. So obviously, by the time you start making money, you can now begin to enjoy the lifestyle. You can afford to get brand new vehicles or even direct Belgium, as the case may be, depending on your preference, right? Okay, you can now begin to travel for all expense paid vacation, like you can see. So that is what is possible. So this is when I travel to Zanzibar on an all expense paid vacation. Okay. Massive opportunity for me. That is what is possible.
Wanna make love on the move, dancing to my tunes. Easy too much, it's not too much. I wanna be on Forbes list if wishes were horses. Easy too much, it's not too much. If I want money, me, I do want dance, I got to say. If I want money, me, I'ma buy my shoulder, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah, I wanna be a billionaire, yeah. I wanna be
By
a
God's grace,
billionaire.
we're also going to be having destination events coming on, other vacations. So prepare your mind and take advantage.
I wanna be a billionaire. I wanna be a billionaire.
This kind of book,
I wanna wake up in a Lamborghini. I want to fly for Santorini. The bonito Sicily. Oh, yeah, yeah. If I want money, me, I do what times I got to say. If I want money, me,
people did not believe that.
I'm all by my shoulder. I'm all by my phone. I'm all by me.
That is it. You begin to explore.
Yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire. Billionaire.
For the DJ.
I wanna be a billionaire. Billionaire.
Forget about the solo.
Anybody.
Take lots of pictures, videos.
I wanna be a billionaire.
That is the second book. Also, these are lectures we all went This is one of the hotels we're lodging when we're having our breakfast. Okay, that is so
if I want money, me, I do what times I got to say. If I want money, me,
the lady speaking in this video is a
I'm all by my shoulder. I'm all by my
yeah, thanks for watching.
I wanna be a billionaire.
Video clip. All right, that's to tell you what's possible. And of course, it's not just about you, it's about the life that you can impact. And so we also run the Feed the Family project, where we also go about creating a positive impact. Okay. So this is where I'm going to be stopping this training. I'll be ending this training here. So the next training I'm going to advise you to, participate in is the system. The system, that will be the next training you would have to go through the system. You need to understand the system. How do you apply the system to ensure you save yourself time, energy, save yourself money, save yourself, unnecessary efforts. You only put in effort where it's actually needed, okay? So you need to go through the system, understand how to use the contact recommendation, understand how to do the home launch, understand how to do the questionnaire and other systems we have available to help you build your business. Okay, so like I said, this is where I'm going to end the training. Thank you very much for being part of this amazing training. So I leave you with this advice. Do what you have to do now. Go look for the money to upgrade your account to the maximum. Ensure you do it, ensure you take that decision. And I want to assure you that we're going to see at the other side of success. It's a promise, okay? Just be rest assured that we're going to be here with you all the way to work with you to ensure that that which you desire will be achieved. Thank you very much. And I remain my humble self, Mr. Patrick Ogwejiofo. Thanks for watching once again, and do have a lovely evening. Bye for now.